Oh, and I should probably do the Kylie thing, right? Like, hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I thought today I would film a kind of different video. So I'm actually doing a screen recording right now, and I thought I would try out Kylie Jenner's Vogue makeup tutorial. So if you guys want to see the end result of that, just stay tuned, keep on watching. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe because it means the world to me and it helps me out so much. Turn on your post notification bell if you don't want to miss another video from me. And yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so first thing I notice is that she's in a bathrobe. So hello, bathrobe, yeah, okay, we matching. So again, me too. I already moisturized my face, haven't put chapstick on yet. Thing I notice is that she's going and combing her brows.
I start with my brows. I already moisturized and put chapstick on.
So let's go do that. And clearly, obviously, my eyebrows are not as nice as Kylie's, but it's okay, we'll make it work, we'll make it work. Now she's going in with a brow pencil and filling in her brows, so I'm gonna do the same thing. And I like to start underneath when I'm filling in my eyebrows just because it gives you a defined line and it's much easier to create the top that way. I do the top part of my tail just because I'm missing the most hairs there. I'm just going to create another line at the top. And the closer I get to the front of my brow, the more I'm going to feather in the strokes. So now I see she's going in with concealer. So we're gonna do the same thing. Go in with the original Too Faced Born This Way concealer underneath my brow. And this is great for creating an even more defined and short brow. And then I'm just gonna apply a little bit to my eyelid.
My beauty blender and I just like blend it out.
So she's setting her eyelids with a face powder. I don't have that face powder, but I'm just gonna use the normal one, which I use all the time, which is the Revlon Photo Ready pressed powder.
Face powder. And
by setting your eyelids, this is gonna help it. This is gonna help prevent it from creasing. I'm pretty sure not many people, or no one has this palette yet because I don't think it's been released. But I'm gonna take a I'm gonna take a similar shade to that and apply it to my crease. Quickly gonna take this shade, which is Roxy, and I'm gonna mix a little bit of New Wave into it.
My crease. And I'm just pretty much like shaping my eye.
So she's taking this golden shade and applying it underneath her brow bone. So if I can find something similar, I will do the same. You know what, I'm gonna go into the Soft Glam palette because this looks about similar to what she had, and I'm gonna take the shade, I think it's called Fairy. Yeah, and I'm just gonna apply this color underneath my brow bone.
Shade, I'm gonna put this under my brow bone.
So now she's going in with the brown shade, nothing too intense, nothing too dark. So I'm gonna see if I have something similar in my collection. I think I'm gonna use the shade called Rustic again from the Soft Glam palette. That looks about somewhat similar to what she has. I might mix it a little bit with Cypress Umber. She's basically applying it to her crease.
It's like right in the center.
I think this shade is very, very similar to the one in her palette, so I'll leave the name listed down below just because I can't read it off the back right now. But I'm going to use this one, apply it with my fingers. Hopefully this won't be too bad because I have claws. And I'm just going to apply it all over my eyelid.
Gold ever created.
She's applying a orange shade basically to her inner corners with a brush, so I'm gonna do the same thing. Shade Real Gar, so I'm just gonna apply this to my inner corner.
Juicy, this orange has some shimmer to it, and put it in my tear duct.
So basically we're just gonna wipe everything that fell underneath her eyes and kind of help and crisp up and sharpen up the lines of her eyeshadow.
That's why I do my foundation after eyeshadow. Eyeshadow falls down and then here.
So she's basically mixing her foundation with the Marc Jacobs Dewdrop. So I don't have the same foundation she uses, but I did pop into Sephora yesterday and I did get a sample of the Marc Jacobs Dewdrop. So let's just go ahead and do that. My standard foundation, which is the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. Basically, I'm just gonna add the Marc Jacobs drops to the foundation and mix it.
I kind of like my freckles to show through my makeup. I know it looks like I'm putting like loads on, but I blend it out really good so that it doesn't look too heavy. And then I always
just gonna go back with my beauty blender and just blend that.
Into makeup, I think I just.
So I'm gonna go do the exact same thing. Take my foundation and line the tops of my brows to help sharpen them
line the
up
top
too.
of my brows since I did my brows before. I didn't want to get too close with the bigger brush.
So she's going in with basically two different shades of concealers, a pink one and then a more yellow beigey toned one. I personally don't tend to use pink just because my skin's pink enough already as it is, but I understand where Kylie's coming from. But I do have two different shades of concealer, so I'm just gonna go ahead and use those, which is like a much more yellow toned, beige toned light concealer. This one's a tad bit darker. It's also from the drugstore. It's the Maybelline Eraser Dark Circle one. And this one is amazing, but it's also a tad darker. So I think this will be perfect. And apply this. Okay, so I noticed that she highlights her nose, but she doesn't go anywhere on her forehead because she says it tends to get cakey on her, which, girl, trust me, same thing happens to me. The only time I ever really apply concealer up there is if I'm going all out for a full makeup look. So I totally agree with her, and I'm just going to skip putting concealer there as well. Just going to add a little bit to my Cupid's bow. You know, little on the chin, never hurt too. And then I'm just gonna help brighten my under eyes as well. So now she's basically going in and blending out her concealer with the beauty blender, so I'm gonna do the exact same thing.
Me and Kim do not compete. A lot of people think we might.
So I don't have Kim's setting powder, but I do use the Too Faced Born This Way setting powder anytime I want to do any sort of baking. So I'm just going to go ahead and use that. For I don't really see Kylie to be baking her under eyes, but more so setting them. So I'm going to do the same thing.
I'm going to use
just
Kim's
gonna press the powder into my skin. I do not have the Chanel powder sunscreen, but again, I'm just going to go in with my regular face powder, which is by Revlon. And I'm just going to use that to set my face.
I have like naturally really fair skin, and I can't ever like get a tan. I just burn. A little bit of this never hurt.
So let's contour. So I'm just going to use the Benefit Hoola to contour because I find this is pretty much the most flattering contour I have. And I'm just going to go ahead and do the same thing as Kylie. And let's just focus it kind of on the backs of her cheeks like Kylie said, and then bring it a little bit forward.
For my face, I place my contour mainly like right at the edge, and then I kind of like blend it out. And then I do...
So sort of like that, more concentrated towards the back. Just gonna apply a little bit on my temples, side of my forehead. And we're just basically creating that simple 3B shape. A little bit on the jawline, because who doesn't want to snatch jaw? I dare you, find me someone who doesn't.
After I contour, I'm going to...
Oh my god, my
I'm
phone.
going to do this after your bronzer, because I feel that's what it is. I don't know.
Sure what lip liner she's using, but I do have something that looks similar to the shade she's using, and it's the NYX lip liner in the shade Natural. Redo what she's doing. Do you think I can line my lips with my eyes closed? I guess let's find out.
I can do it with my eyes closed. It's pretty good.
I'm actually pretty pleased with myself. That's not bad. Props to me. I do not have Nova lipstick, but I do have something that is very similar, and it's MAC's Velvet Teddy lipstick. So I'm just gonna go ahead and fill in my lips using this.
Nova lipstick today.
So she's taking that shade again, and I think I'm just gonna go in with a mix again of Roxy and New Wave and just apply that to my lower lash line.
I'm gonna do
and you're totally right, Kai. It does complete the
go
makeup look, or the eye makeup specifically.
I feel like this just like...
So she's going back in with that orange shade that we used in our inner corner and dragging it on the lower part of her lash line on the inner corner. So I'm going to do the same, but first I'm just going to blend out my lower eyeshadow so we're not looking insane. Because I don't know how Kylie does it. Looks good on her. On me, it just looks way too intense. So I got to blend everything out.
And take Juicy, the orange color again, and drag it underneath.
I do not have that Kim Kardashian brightening powder, although I'm dying to get it because I've heard amazing reviews about it. So again, I'm just going to take some of that Too Faced Born This Way powder, and I'm basically just going to take my concealer brush, dip a little in there, and we're just going to go over or under what we just did to help clean out any messy lines. She's contouring her nose using the Kim Kardashian contouring and highlighting palette. Again, I don't really have that, but like I said, can't go wrong with Hula, can ya? So I'm gonna use this to contour my nose. I was waiting for the step, guys. Like, oh, I feel incomplete without a nose contour. I don't know about you, but that's how I feel. Looks pretty dang similar to the color she's using. This is the Estee Lauder blush called In Peach Passion. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use that. Kylie just said she likes to smile when she puts on blush. I'm the exact same way. It helps you find the apples of your cheeks easier and makes it an easier application.
I put a little like on my forehead too, and like my chin.
And I kind of bring it up a little on my temples.
I just love blush, and I just put it like all over my face. I put a little like on my forehead too, like my chin, and I guess my nose. I just love blush, and I just put it like all over my face.
Basically where Kylie applied it, I did. So cheeks, a little to the side of the temples, nose, her chin, a little bit on the forehead, just everywhere. Kylie is a blush lover, and I don't blame her. I think it just brings back some life to your face, which I totally agree with. So now that we've had this bake sitting on for quite a while, normally I don't leave my bake on this long. I normally wipe it off within 20 to 30 seconds. So I'm interested to see how this is going to turn out.
And just wipe this off.
I don't think it looks bad. I might start using Kylie's technique. Dang, I left that on for quite a while, but it looks good. So it looks like Kylie has eyelash extensions, which I currently do not. And I was thinking of getting individual false lashes to kind of give the same effect as eyelash extensions. But guys, I went to like 3 or 4 different stores yesterday and they were sold out everywhere. No idea why. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go in with these Ardell ones. And seriously, don't mind them because I've used these a couple of times and I've cleaned them so they kind of look like this. But I'm just gonna go in with the Ardell 120. Hopefully they give me the same look as Kylie's. So now Kylie is just applying mascara to her eyelash extensions. I have already applied my falsies, so hopefully they look somewhat similar to her eyelash extensions. I'm just gonna go in with the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise mascara and just apply some and coat my top lashes.
Dior Show black mascara on top.
And this is really gonna help to blend the fake and real lashes together. So I don't have brown mascara, but I do have my regular black mascara. So I'm just gonna add a small little coat to my lower lashes just to not make it intense.
I don't like too much mascara on the bottom, so this just gives me more of like a subtle look. I feel like when I put black, it's like too much.
Okay, so now from what I can see, Kylie is going in with her highlighter. I think this is Salted Caramel. I don't have that one, but what I do have, are you ready for it? Is the Amrezy times Anastasia Beverly Hills highlighter. And you know what? If you look at the comparison, they're pretty dang similar. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use this instead to highlight my face. Caramel, I say caramel.
I like to use a small brush when I highlight, so just like it to be like precise.
Same.
Now I'm gonna do some highlighter. I'm using Salted Caramel on my face. I like to use a small
I do the
brush
same
when I
thing,
highlight,
girl.
So just like it to be like precise. Little on the tip.
Now what I did see Kylie do is kind of run her finger over her nose, and I totally do that too, just because I find the highlight is a little too intense even if you do go in with a brush. So I just like to go in with my fingers afterwards and just kind of smooth it all out. Oh, forgot the chin. Okay, so don't have that lip gloss either, but I do have something similar. If you're wondering, this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Lip Gloss in Moon Jelly. Look how amazing this is.
I'm gonna try one of my new glosses and see if this works out. Might not. It's kind of fun.
Now she's going in with brow gel. I think this is the one by Anastasia Beverly Hills. To be honest, that one is not bad, but I do prefer my Benefit Gimme Brow just because I need more brow hairs in my life. So I'm just gonna go ahead and go with that one. Okay, goes in with the tip.
Brow gel. I take the tip, which like holds the most product, and I like wipe all the product on.
Okay, so she goes in with the tip of her brow
brush it out,
gel,
so it's, like, extra
just so she gets that extra product in her brows. And then she just brushes them over again. She's going back in with more blush. Okay. This is way more blush than I ever wear in real life, but that's okay. It's a Kylie tutorial, so you know, we're gonna do what she does. So.
Amazing. Drowning in blush right now. But it just makes me feel like my whole
Me too, girl.
look is complete.
Hopefully that's enough blush. Kylie, you let me know, girl. Do I need more? Zhuzh up my hair a little bit. Does anybody still say that? Or is it just me?
Spray.
Hey.
Because I feel like spraying just makes your
Ooh,
makeup
setting spray.
look better in person and less powdery.
Yes, it does. Yeah.
So you kind of drench it and get all the Did I ruin my makeup? But then what?
Okay, so I'm going in with the Glam Glow Glow Setter setting spray just because I like the way this one makes my makeup last, and it also makes me look way more dewy just because I have dry and sensitive skin. So let's spray her. Oh, fan yourself, girl.
nervous because you're like, did I ruin my makeup? But then once it dries, it looks
okay guys, so that's basically it for Kylie Jenner's makeup tutorial featured on Vogue. I hope you guys enjoyed getting ready along with me. Let me know how I did. Kylie's makeup routine is completely different to the one I do, so I'm curious to know, do you guys do your makeup the same way? Do you do it a different way? Let me know in the comments down below. That's pretty much it for me, guys. I'll do a few close-up shots in a minute, but if you liked this video, then obviously don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe because it helps me out a lot and I love doing these videos. If there's a certain video you guys want me to do next, then definitely let me know in the comments down below. And yeah, that's it, guys. Oh yeah, don't forget to turn on your post notification bell just because YouTube is kind of changing things at the moment. Nobody really knows what's happening. So if you want to get notified from me when I post a new video, then definitely click that little bell icon down below. That's basically it from me. My info's in the down bar as well. Oh god, I'm like rambling now because I don't know what to say. But yeah, I love you guys. Thank you for watching and I'll talk to you later. Bye!